Yeah, okay. All right. So these are some kind of our virtual classroom expectations. Notice in the parentheses, subject to change as the semester progresses. I will undoubtedly have forgotten something, or I will learn something, or I will learn about something, or something will happen like in Zoom or something. Something will come up that I'm going to need to change this at some point. So, uh, I'll let you know. And it's probably not going to be anything too huge, but it is possible. Just kind of how it goes. You kind of have to be fluid with this. All right. And most of these things are pretty much common sense. I know common sense isn't quite so common anymore, it seems like, but it's pretty much common sense. It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty similar to stuff that, you'd be expected of, here, just kind of translated and into the home setting. So each day, please just be on time. And it's pretty standard. If you were here, you'd be expected to be on time. It just keeps things moving along nicely, and keeps you from missing out on content. Be prepared for class. So, whatever that means for you, if it's just your computer, if it's, any sort of, paper, pen, pencil, whatever that you need, you know yourself better than anybody else. So whatever you need to be prepared, just do that. Be in as quiet a place that you can. I know that's not always possible, but it's going to help you if you can, concentrate and focus on the content versus anything and everything that's going on around you. Also, there will be times that I call on you and you need to answer some question, and when your microphone goes live, you don't want it to sound like you're, in the middle of a club or something with, all kinds of sounds and music and all kinds of things like that. So, just try to be, in as quiet a place as possible. That way you can focus and pay more attention to the content. And then, if you need to go with a live mic, then it's not going to be as disruptive or loud or kind of unexpected. Don't disrupt class. That's one of those things that in this setting, it's going to be, you're going to kind of have to go out of your way to disrupt class. I feel like, you're either going to have to, press the space bar and disrupt class that way, or just be doing something outrageous on camera to disrupt class. So I put it on there, but it's going to be a little bit different in this setting. Use your first and last name. So I think I mentioned that yesterday. So on the, while you're in the meeting, just have your first and last name on there. Until I get to know all of you, don't just, put a nickname, or I don't need dollar signs in any of them, or, hashtags or symbols. Or somebody earlier today had, I don't even know what it was. It was like 5WWK36. I don't even know what that is. It's like R2D2's cousin or something. I didn't know what it was. So just first and last name. It's appreciated. It makes getting to know you a lot easier, attendance and all that. Keep your video on and your face in the frame. First off, that lets me know that you're there. It lets me know that you're more engaged. A little bit of information about Mr. Strom. I really like naps. I like taking naps, and I'm really good at it. I can fall asleep pretty much anywhere really quickly. So, if you just have your video live, but, pointing at the ceiling or something, I don't know that you're just taking a nap or doing whatever, or have run to Taco Bell or something. I don't know. So, just keep your face in the frame. It also lets me get a little bit of feedback about the content and about how you feel about the content. It's really weird to be in the classroom where I'm at and to see your faces, but then as I'm talking, it's difficult to get feedback of how things are going. You know, there's no sound. It's not something that I can overhear things or, you know, even looks, you know, you can kind of get that look on your face of what, or, you know, oh, okay, yeah, you know, so any kind of feedback helps me because it is really strange. So like I said, just let's keep the mics muted, put the video live, and, you know, try to keep your face in the frame, and they'll help everything out. This next one, keep your mic muted for now. You know, it's all you have to do is just press the space bar and it's unmuted. Maybe eventually, you know, we would go to something to where the mics are not muted, to where we could have a little bit of conversation and back and forth that would be easier than having to press a space bar every time. I mean, it's like we're on walkie-talkies or something. But for now, keep it muted. And then if you need to, you know, you can say what you need to say by doing pressing on the space bar. Speak up if you have a question, comment, or concern. Any kind of question you have, you know, either, you know, just kind of say my name to get my attention, or if you want to use the chat feature, you can, although that's probably not going to be as quick as just, you know, kind of saying something. But it does work. Only use the Zoom chat for class topics. So, you know, let's keep it school appropriate. Also, there might be times when I save the chat log. Like if I ask you a question and ask everybody to type something into the chat log, then I can save that and then I can look at those responses. So, you know, if you're typing out other stuff, you know, it could conceivably be something that you don't want to have saved. Plus, I mean, I have a feeling that you have other ways of, you know, keeping in touch with each other versus the Zoom chat feature from school. So let's just, you know, keep that school appropriate, and, you know, be respectful of the teacher, classmates, yourself while in class and in the chat. So no bullying, no threats, don't call people names, just generally be nice. I mean, what's it gonna hurt, you know? I mean, just be nice. It's nice, it helps. Life's too short, so, you know, keep it nice while we're here. Next one, late work. I'll have more information about this soon. I'm still trying to decide how I want to handle this. So in the past, when we were in person, I pretty much accepted late work, you know, throughout the grading period, or even at times throughout the semester. So there, you know, due dates. I mean, I had due dates, but you could turn things in late for less credit. At the end of last year, when we went to kind of the virtual setting, the late work was difficult to kind of keep track of, as far as, you know, when people submitted it. And then with Canvas, when you have the assignments and the assignments are open for a certain period of time, well, if it was after that, then I had people messaging about, you know, can you open that back up? And so I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. I don't know if, you know, all the assignments I'll have open for a week and that's it, or, you know, a couple of weeks and that's it, or if I'm just going to leave it open. I haven't decided yet. So I'm going to have to talk to a few other people and see what they're doing, and some of the other earth science teachers, see how they're handling it, and figure out how I want to do that. But as soon as I figure it out, I'll let you know. I mean, hopefully that isn't an issue, because, I mean, the easiest way to do well in the class is to just turn everything in on time. I mean, definitely make sure you turn in something for everything. Just don't get zeros. That's the big thing. Don't get zeros. The next one, this is everyone's favorite, cell phones. All right, so this first part, this is from the student handbook. Electronic devices are allowed during non-instructional times, so before school, passing periods, lunch, and after school. All right, now I know things are different. So, I realize that things are different right now and you aren't physically at North Central. However, the reasoning why you shouldn't have your phone out during class when you're at North Central still applies when you're at home. Phones are a distraction. And when you're distracted, it's harder for you to learn. That's just how it is. So just please put the phones away when you're in class. There are reasons why they don't want you texting while you drive, because you can't do both at the same time. You can sort of, but you can't do either one as well as if you were focusing on that specific thing. And you can say, well, I can multitask, and sort of. But again, you're not going to do either one as well as you would if that was the only thing you were doing. So I know it's at home, and I know it's different, but just, try to put them away. You don't need to be on FaceTime during class. If it's something that I see a lot of, if I see, the light from your screen or, something, if it's an issue, I'm not above, calling home, emailing, whatever, so-and-so, they've had their phone out a bunch during class, I've asked them not to, could you talk to them, whatever. So let's just avoid it. And yeah, again, I know you're home, but it'll help you in the long run. And school, like so many other things, you kind of get back out what you put in. So put forth a little effort, you get more back out of it. Contacting me. Do not hesitate to contact me if something comes up that's affecting classwork. I understand that sometimes situations arise that can affect your classwork, and I will be more than happy to work with you if you talk to me as soon as that situation arises. The sooner I know that there's an issue, the easier it is for me to help and keep you from falling behind. I understand that life happens. It does. And sometimes that affects schoolwork or you being at school or, missing school, whatever. Let me know what's going on. I don't need to know every detail. I don't want to know every detail. But if you're going to be out for a while, or, if it's, you're having to stay up late for some reason, you're just having a tough time with it, just let me know. I can work with you. And it's much easier if you tell me that when this is happening versus, you missing some assignments or missing a few days of school. And then, 2 or 3 weeks later at the end of the grading period, oh, remember back, a couple of weeks and I missed a couple of days, what? It's just easier to get that taken care of, and, we can figure something out then before it gets worse. So like I said, hopefully this doesn't happen. But if it does, just kind of keep me in the loop and we'll figure something out. I'll work with you on that. Not a problem. All right. For extra help, if you need extra help, feel like you don't understand something, feel like class isn't going the way you want it to, just talk to me and let me know. There's plenty of time for us to, set something up to where I can help you with whatever it is. Either before school, after school. I have the office hours Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, that we can set something up. So there's plenty of time, especially since we're, doing this virtually. It's super easy, even if it's something during a lunch period or whatever, or prep period, it's going to be pretty easy to work with. So if you have questions on something or, want me to go over something with you again, just let me know. So this goes for all classes and all teachers. And you might be surprised by this, but you would be amazed at how helpful teachers can be if you communicate with them. It tells the teacher a lot about what kind of person you are. If you're responsible enough to take the time and initiative to recognize that you're having a problem in class and then ask for help as you work on solving it. Like I said, you might not believe it, but every teacher in the building would bend over backwards to help you. So all you have to do is ask. And it does say a lot about, a person's character. If, you see that there's an issue, you step up, you recognize that and ask for help. It's an admirable thing. So don't be afraid to ask if you need help with something or you have questions or whatever. So contacting me, my contact information. This is on Canvas, and then I'm going to put this thing up on Canvas at some point, but my contact information is already there. So either regular email, you can contact me that way, or the Canvas email, that works as well. The phone, I mean, it works. I actually don't know if this rings. I don't think I've ever heard it ring, but I do get voicemails. And then I also have the homework hotline, which, I mean, at this point is kind of obsolete. But basically all the homework hotline is going to say now, instead of having the assignment for the day, is going to tell you to go to Canvas, because that's, I mean, that's what we're using for everything. So, you know, anyway, email, Canvas email, phone or voicemail, whatever, you know, just whatever you need to do to contact me if you need to, just do what you need to do. And then thank you. Let's have a great semester. All right, so do that. All right, so are there any questions or anything on any of that stuff? Is Mr. Strom crazy? And none of those things are too off the wall, are they? Okay.